Alright, tubers, as I step on something, how you doing today? Got a little Echo chainsaw. It's an Echo 280E. Just a little guy. Friend of mine owns this. He bought it at a garage sale. I think it was $5. And obviously it's been sitting a really long time. It's got gas in it. You can see a little bit right there. The gas is pretty bad. It's pretty rancid smelling. Let's go ahead and just try starting it up for the heck of it. See what happens. Run is on. Choke is closed. There's your throttle. Nothing. Let me grab some carb cleaner here. I'm going to do this unedited today and just upload it raw. We're just going to be doing a little diagnostics on this little chainsaw. Show you what to look for when you're looking at your chainsaw, because a lot of guys have chainsaws but they sit, they don't get used, they just sit around collecting dust. Sorry about kicking you there. Alright, we're sitting on the back of my truck right here. It's a 92 Toyota pickup with the 3.0 V6. Just a little bit. Not putting any oil in it, so. So no fire. That should fire. Kind of like a little something there. Let's put a little bit of oil in it. Doesn't really matter what kind of oil, as long as it's an engine oil. Golly, that nastiness crawling around from the garage. Really, two-stroke oil is the best, but when you don't got it, you make do with what you got. Okay, ignition is on. So, let's talk about the scenario here. You've got to pull your chainsaw out. You've got to use it for the first time of the season. Won't start, won't fire, won't anything. You pull your choke if you got one, pulling it over, nothing. So you go, oh crap, must be a carburetor. So you buy a new carburetor, stick it on there, still isn't running. You didn't take the steps you should have before you bought the part. What you need to do, check your spark plug, make sure it's not dirty, make sure there's nothing in there that's bridging the gap where the spark should be. It should be clean, as clean as you can get it. But one of the biggest things you can do to test and see exactly what's going on with the saw is do exactly what I'm doing here, where put a little bit of oil down the carburetor, put something ignitable, gasoline, carburetor cleaner. Don't use starting fluid. I really dislike starting fluid. It's a very, very explosive mixture, and I've seen guys blow engines up with it. Now, I'm not talking boom, like catastrophic. I'm talking punching a hole through the top of your piston, cracking the top of pistons where the rings are. Can't remember what that's called. Cracking that part. I've seen it do some serious damage. I've never had damage happen from carb cleaner or gasoline, so that's what I use. That's just me personally. So we're going to go ahead and leave the choke off this time and try starting it again. So if we get a fire, if we get ignition with carburetor cleaner or gasoline in the intake, that means we've got a good ignition system, bad carburetor. But if we get nothing at all, then that would mean it could be the carburetor as well, but that's going to point more towards the ignition. So we're gonna play out all scenarios in this. I don't know if you heard that. There was an ignition there. It took off for just a second. Let's try that one more time to see if I can get you guys to hear it. Was another ignition there. Really hard to hear. I'm going to go ahead and shut this heater off so you guys don't have to hear the hissing. And I don't bake to death because I am slowly losing it in front of this heater. So what we're going to go ahead and do, I'm going to grab a couple sizes. I'm going to pull that spark plug out there and inspect the spark plug. So it is a 5/8. Oh, sorry, 3/4 spark plug in this guy. Normal spark plug sizes are your 5/8 and your 13/16 or 21 mil. But this one is a 5/8 or a 3/4. So as you can see, that is a brand new spark plug. Doesn't smell like anything, doesn't smell like fuel. Now on these, this is a plastic case. It's really hard to get somewhere where you can grab a spark to see if it is sparking. I'm going to try it off the screw down here. See if we get anything. Yep. Sorry about the phone there, guys. You guys can see the spark there. It is sparking, so we know our ignition is good. So we're going to go ahead and put that back in there. In fact, let's do another thing really quick. We'll grab that. Sorry for the camera work today, guys. I really want to get some videos up for you guys. Get them out there, get them started again. But I don't have someone editing my videos. I don't have really time to stop and edit videos right now. And I don't trust my computer to edit videos right now. And I don't really have a program. The program I used to use QuickTime Player on a Windows computer, and if anybody knows about that, QuickTime had issues, and they don't support it anymore. So they stopped doing security updates, and I started having really severe issues with the computer. Uninstalled the program, and everything but went back to normal. So I need to find a good program. I need to build a good editing computer and get some videos edited. I did have a friend do some editing for me on a beginning to my videos, so hopefully we'll see that soon. It looks really quite nice. I like it a lot. So we're going to do a compression test. You can go on Amazon, pick up a cheap compression tester. This one's not a cheap one. This one's actually a Matco compression tester. You're going to hold the throttle wide open. Make sure the choke isn't on. We're going to pull it over until the needle stops moving. So that happens to be about 40 psi. This saw has been sitting a really long time, and that can contribute to low compression. Now, it is a very small engine. That might be excellent compression. I'm not sure of the compression ratio or the amount that this should be. 40 psi seems a little on the low side to me, but it feels pretty normal for a chainsaw to pull it over. Unless you're talking a big chainsaw like the one I have over yonder that has a, I think it's an 80 cc two-stroke on it. That one's got a lot of compression. Takes a lot to pull it over. So we're going to go ahead and tighten this guy up. Put that guy back on. We're going to try one more time with the carb cleaner, because we know we've got good ignition now. Just try it one more time here. Move everything so if it does start, the chain's not going to hit something. So, no fire. So I don't think it's compression, I think it's very much carburetor. We've got spark. It's not igniting off the carb cleaner, but I have had this issue before where it doesn't supply enough fuel to the engine to start it. Now I've only ever had that issue with 2 strokes. I don't think I've ever had that issue with a 4-stroke. Now, I have gotten chainsaws to start this way before. I would not suggest running it for very long that way, but it's just a testing type deal. Yeah, so let's go ahead and unscrew the carburetor here. There will be a second part to this video. See if I can keep it short for you guys. We've got it's at about 12-13 minutes on the clock. So it's nice and loose there. We're going to go ahead and pull that guy down. Pull that guy to the side and out of the way. I'm going to also check this out on camera. If we can do it quickly. Moving it out slowly. The throttle itself is what's stopping it from coming out. And then 1 second in front of the camera here. Grab the screwdriver and push that off. Remembering what hole it goes into. Mr. Popular over here. Oh, just knocking you guys all over today. Sorry about that. Like I said, it's not going to be the best of videos today, but I'm trying to get my production back up again. I got to start somewhere, right? So we got it out. Gonna undo the fuel line here, which actually seems to be in pretty good shape. I will reuse that carburetor or the fuel line. Now this guy actually has a reed valve, which I've seen some chainsaws with and some without. Reed valves make it really nice. They actually can give you more power, higher revs. It's a very nice feature. Now that reed valve does move. It is slightly stuck open though, which isn't a good thing. We'll address that in the next video, see if we can repair that reed valve. But if that reed valve is ever stuck, it won't start. Now, it being slightly stuck open can be our issue of it not starting, because what a reed valve does when the compression or the piston goes up and down, when the piston comes down, it's going to push the fuel from below the piston into the piston through a different, or above the piston through a channel next to the piston. And when that the piston goes down, if it doesn't have a reed valve, the air that it's supposed to push to the top of the piston can actually come back out the carburetor. Like I said, some 2-strokes have reed valves, some don't, and it's usually the old ones that don't, or cheap ones that don't. I've seen, you know, like the motorized bicycle kits don't have reed valves unless you buy a reed valve and put them on, and it makes them a lot faster, a lot better. So we'll address that later. Let's see, how long do we got now? We got 5 minutes. My camera does high quality videos, or pretty high quality, but it limits you to a 20-minute video, and then it will shut off and start the next video. And I want this to be a one take, one video. so I don't have to find a splicer and splice things together. So this guy, this one's got an actual plastic piece, which I don't think I've ever seen before. The valve is not stuck. It smells like old fuel, and there's your problem right there. This is the reason why the carburetor is bad. Now, if this was good, I would not be taking this off, because you can damage them, make them not seal again. This is your metering diaphragm. Normally they have a little piece in the center that is this plastic piece, but it's usually metal, and it's built into the metering diaphragm. If you can listen, it is crispy. If your metering diaphragm makes noise, it's bad. If it is crispy like that and you can push it one way and it stays, it's bad. There are ways you can tune the carburetor to make it run somewhat on a crispy diaphragm, but it won't run right. These are cheap, they're inexpensive. Yes, I know I said the same thing twice. You can go pick these carb kits up, and that's what it is. It's a 2-stroke carburetor kit. They need the numbers on the side. This one says R16 4X 0 or 6. It looks like it's double stamped there, made in Japan. I'm not sure what kind of carburetor this is, but that's what it needs. It needs that metering diaphragm replaced. Now, when you do these, don't replace just the metering diaphragm. There's another diaphragm, not a diaphragm, but one-way valves on the other side that allows it to pump. These will actually pump their own gas. One side is like the bowl of a carburetor, and that doesn't matter which way it goes because it's a metering diaphragm. It will always receive fuel. The other side is a pump with one-way valves in it, and you need to do both sides. If this side is not pumping the fuel, if your carburetor has the pump installed on it, has another side, then it needs to, both sides need to be done, because if that's not pumping, this isn't receiving fuel. Yes, Kitty, what do you want? So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go ahead and get these parts ordered, get them in, and then next video you guys will see will be part 2 of this, which I will link in the description when it is available. It might be a week from now. It might be 2 or 3 weeks from now. I'm not sure. But like I said, I'm trying to get some more videos out there for you guys. Trying to stay small engine. I will be going different directions with it though. You'll see some of this 3.0 V6 in the future. I know it's a 3-point slow. I'm actually doing some research right now on how to get this timed to actually get the power up on these. And there is a way to do it, but you have to do it carefully, and you have to run 91 octane in it. But that's off subject. This was a Echo 280E, little tiny chainsaw. He's going to use it, my friend's going to use it for camping when I get it running. Let's get these parts ordered. I'll see you next time, tubers. If you guys want to see anything, post it down in the description, whether it be gun related, knife related, Toyota related, whatever related. You know, Dodge comes, I have one. If you want to see a walk around of some vehicles, whatever you guys want to see, post in the description. Thank you for watching, guys. For all you subscribers that have been there for such a long time. Sorry I've been away for so long. I'm trying to make it, trying to come back. See you, tubers.